So, this is a weird one. What's up guys and welcome back to On The Brick with another mock review. And this here is meant to be K2SO from Rogue One, of course. This build contains 143 pieces and was designed by 5DC, aka Jurgen Wittner. And let me just be very clear off the bat that this is probably his worst or one of his worst quote-unquote designs, simply because the rest of his are absolutely amazing. I mean, he makes some seriously incredible models that are worth checking out, like his newest build, the 1/16th scale Y-Wing, which is just beautiful. But the instructions for that aren't out yet, and the ones for this one are free. Also, I did get this as a bit of an add-on to some other builds that I did a while ago, and my real life schedule right now is all sorts of weird, so I'm sorry. I know this isn't like the best or the greatest build, but I've got some really cool ones coming up in the very near future. But for now, honestly, this isn't all too bad. Even looking at it, I can tell exactly which character it's supposed to be, though the head just isn't quite right, and in fact, that's really the only issue that I have with this model. Now, the design that I have is a little different than the one which appears on his page, but the one on his page is a little misleading, as the eyes, which really help sell the illusion, are actually just stickers. In fact, taking a closer look during editing, it appears that I have just an all-around older version of this. So it's a good thing the instructions are free, because if you do want this, get the newer version, it's a lot nicer. The build itself, at least in this version, was pretty easy, pretty simple, nothing too complicated or weird at all. Bunch of just Technic pieces, really. And really just because of the weird shape of this model, it can't stand on its own. It can though if you put it on a base plate like this or something, but just straight up on its own, it will fall over. And also, this is not a small model at all. I mean, in comparison to like everything else I have on this channel, it absolutely is, but next to a minifigure, it is still really large. Not necessarily accurate to that minifig, but it's also not trying to be. The more I look at this, the more I just wonder who this model is for. His other builds tend to include 1/16th scale people, like how this speeder bike includes his scout trooper, but he doesn't really have a Rogue One model, either on his Rebrickable or on his website. And on its own, it's not really all that impressive. Again, it's not really bad, it's just kind of weird. So yeah, I'm definitely going to look at some of his other builds, especially when the instructions for that Y-Wing come out, but for now, that's gonna be it for this one. A very interesting and strange build from an incredibly talented designer. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and which one of his models would you like to see me build? Remember to like this video if you liked what you saw, and thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.